Greetings, I'm Chevalier, and I bid welcome to Situation and Guide of the Mamluks. This is part 2, the expansion guide of the Mamluks. Without further ado, let's just jump into the game. Now, the Mamluks are big, are strong, and they have primary targets. Because they're big enough, your primary target should be stopping the Ottomans. In the mid-game, they become quite powerful, and they should be stopped quite fast. The way you do this is simply by allying Karaman, allying Kandar, and ally whoever we can. They fabricate a claim on Adana, then fabricate a claim on Qadir and expand it to this region here. Having alliances with these guys is going to prevent the Ottomans from taking lands. At the same time, you can vassalize some of them as well, depending on who has a lot more cores. Karaman has a core, this guy has a core, pretty much only those guys have a core. So you can vassalize these guys here, or just attack them, or just ally them. It's up to you how you want to pull it off, and how do you want to do it. Basically, you can also release some guys from the Ottomans as well. Plenty of options here on how you want to decimate the Ottomans, but you should ally this guy, small guys, so you can actually have both allies and to block the Ottomans from expanding, and then you can slowly move on to the Ottomans. So first targets of attacks: ally the Karaman, Arak Kandar, then fabricate claim on Adan and Durkadir and Kurin as well, and conquer these lands. Then declare war on the Ottomans with the help of these two guys. Then take lands from the Ottomans as well. Then make a vassal in this region here. Then move on to the Ottomans slowly until you kill them and there's nothing left. For this region here, you can make Byzantium into your own vassal and switch him to Sunni. You can release him from, for example, from Constantinople. I think if you take Constantinople or whatever regions here that are that have the Greek core, they have the Byzantium core, and they became Orthodox. They became Sunni, so you can release them as Sunni. They have the extra, what's it called? I forgot. They have it here. No, but they have the tolerance. They have the tolerance of true faith, and they have the missionary strength, like at the 7th idea, if I'm not mistaken. So they can actually convert this to a Sunni quite fast. They have like +3 or something like that. So attacking the Ottomans should be done as your first target, as your first priority, and the same goes for the alliances with those guys. After this, Karakuyulun, make a claim, wait until they're weakened. Although you can fight them yourself, try not to waste that much cash on them. It's recommended that you actually take a core here and release Iraq, or take a core here and release Persia. However you want to pull it off. I do recommend that first you go for Iraq, then integrate Iraq, then go for Persia. Simply because taking Iraq and integrating Iraq is going to give you a little bit more land that you actually need, because if you look here, you have only 12 states, so 3 states, and the states, their development here is quite nice, I guess. 19 development, 11 development, 8, 6 is better than this part here, which is like 3, 3, 3, 6. Quite crap. At the same time, you can get some states from here as well. Pretty much decent stuff. You have crappy states here as well, so plenty of stuff to remove and make your states really powerful. Now, this again should be done as a second priority. As a third priority is this guys on this region here, and attacking these guys, slowly conquering them. However you want to pull it off, you should probably build claims so you can actually save points. So slowly moving to this guys, claim after claim after claim after claim. If you want to have even more cash, you can go for the gold mines, one here in Kaffa, and one and more claims around this area here, basically. One in Sofala here, and there are more in this region here. FTI on this region here, basically on Zimbabwe, Masapa as well. So you're gonna have a decent amount of gold from those regions there, and a decent amount of trade power from this region if you're actually collecting Zanzibar as well. You can just conquer all of this and send a guy to conquest there. Unfortunately, they're all Sunni in this region, so you're not gonna be able to have a huge CB to attack them quite fast. That is quite annoying, so that should be remembered as well. Now, let's talk about this side here as well. Just fabricate claims, take a jazz, You have the Medina and the Mega here, so that will give you an extra missionary and extra prestige as well. This is gonna help you, and this guy should be attacked and conquered with claims. Pretty much trench warfare, claim attack, claim attack, claim attack. Now, for the Timurids here, just attack and release Persian cores. If you're lucky enough, you can release Persia, and they have already problems with Persian rebels, and they're gonna integrate into Persia. That is the best option that you can have. If not, just attack and give back lands to Persia. Now, for Venice here, attacking Venice should be done when you have a better fleet than they have, and try to move into Europe, into Dalmatia, and take lands from this side here as well. Attack Aragon, going to Italy really heavily. Pretty much standard stuff for these guys here. Try to take island hops, or just take the coastal lines so you can actually reach to the New World quite fast. It's possible to reach the New World if you island hop through Aragon as well. So you can island hop to, I don't know, can you reach... yeah, you can reach the Balkan areas. So you can island hop from the first world to the Balkan areas, then island hop to then attack Castile, or attack Tlemcen, and island hop here, or attack Morocco and island hop here. Pretty much plenty of stuff for you to go to the New World really fast if you really want to go to the New World. Now, let's go this on a year-by-year basis. The stuff that I talk about is basically all of the early and mid game, and what you should strive for and where you should expand basically. Now, first and foremost, alliances with these guys, fabricate claims on these guys, attack these guys, fabricate claims on these guys as well, and start fabricating claims on these guys and these guys as well. Recommended targets for priority is this guys, followed by Hejaz, so you can take the Mecca and Medina, so you can actually gain that prestige and that missionary there. Next, weakening the Ottomans. An attack on the Ottomans should be done when you have more troops than they have. They should have about 25,000 troops, and they go that sort, so you are quite close to them in number. If you have the troops from Karaman and Kandar as well, and perhaps Trebizond or wherever you actually can ally, so you can have more troops on your side, it's possible for you to make a coalition against the Ottomans and really squash the Ottomans. After you have taken the Ottomans, try to make or feed lands to one of your vassals. Whoever you choose is up to you. As you can see here, there's a guy that has 3 cores here as well, so the guy of Trena as well. You can also release Germian that has like 2 cores here as well. Like there are plenty of vassals that can be released from the Ottomans, so that is easy as well. At the same time, try to fabricate some claims to get lands for yourself. Then vassal feed, again, problematic because you don't have an ICB, so you can attack them, but still it's doable for you to pull some stuff up out of the bag. And just keep on killing the Ottomans slowly and slowly. Next target should be Kara. Try to see if they're in trouble, or if you have the necessary manpower to fight Kara. If you don't have the necessary manpower to fight Kara, or if you're not in trouble, go for these guys and slowly expand into these guys until you can attack Kara. After you have attacked Kara and taken some more lands, try to release Iraq and try to release Persia as well in the second war, and slowly move into Kara whenever possible. The same way goes for the Ottomans as well. Now, Venice here should be done after the war against Kara. By this point in time, the Renaissance should hit as well, and you should have more ships than they have at the same time, so you can finish up Venice. Remember that Venice might ally either France or England, so that's gonna be troublesome if England brings in their fleet, and they can ally Aragon as well, if I'm not mistaken. They can ally Aragon, or they can ally Castile as well in some cases, so that's gonna be troublesome as well. So you need to have a bigger fleet. If you can't get a bigger fleet than they have, just don't attack them, because you need to. The main purpose for you attacking Venice is to get to Europe really fast into Dalmatia, so you can get to get the Renaissance really fast, basically, so it will spread faster. If not, just keep it on the down low until you have the opportunity to attack Venice. Now, uh, the Timurids, so let's say that you have attacked the Ottomans once, the Kara once, Venice cannot be attacked, which is pretty likely, and these guys have been attacked again. This should have taken you, I would say, 25 years, maybe 30 years to go for those wars. Probably you're gonna have alternate wars, one against Hejaz, one against Makuria, one against this guy here as well. So it's quite probable that you're gonna have double wars, one with Hejaz and probably one with Makuria. Then once the truce is over with the Ottomans, attack them again, weaken them again, take some of their lands. By this time, the Ottomans, after this war, should be weakened enough that you won't need an ally to attack the Ottomans. So you should not call any allies into the third war against the Ottomans. As for Kara, Timurids should have sensed the Kara weakness by now and should have attacked them unless they have problems with rebels. So an attack against Kara can be easily achieved and taken some more lands. Remember that you need a Persian core so you can release Persia so you can attack the Timurids. Now, after you have taken all of Kara, I would say that 50 years should have passed by now. For this side here, I would say that if you are willing to pay some Diplo points, you should have reached this side here in Malindi and fighting against Kilwa. That is, if you're willing to pay some Diplo points. If you're not, it's gonna be quite troublesome for you to fabricate claims and move slowly into these lands. I do not recommend going for a vassal here, simply because you won't have these nations, these provinces as a state. You're gonna have them only as territorial cores, and they're a bit cheaper. You have them as territorial cores, they're gonna cost you with the claim they're gonna cost you 10% off. That's gonna mean that they're gonna cost you 4 points, maybe 4 points or 4.5 points, and it's gonna cost you 4 points if you have influence ideas here, the diplomatic action cost and the policy here. So it's cheaper for you to go for a territorial course with admin points. The same goes for this side here as well. The only guys that should be done as vassals should be these guys here that have the already made courts. This is simply done because you do not have the free CB, so you can take multiple lands really fast, like Ethiopia in my Ethiopian campaign, or I don't know, like a European when moving into the Sunni here, or this free CB from the hordes as well. So, the Timurids. Once you have released Persia, you have the free claims against the Timurids. Wait until they're weakened and attack them. You might need some allies, so Uzbek is a proper ally. Same goes for Nogai or whatever Indian nation here that can actually be really big and pose a problem to the Timurids, or to some degree just be annoying or be cannon fodder to fight against the Timurids. Or if you are really unlucky, Persia might the Timurids might explode and Persia might become real in 5 years. I've seen this before, like Persia becoming really huge really fast. Depends on the situation. So let's go over a quick recap. Ottomans, allies with this guys and this guys, attack the Ottomans. That is in the first 10 years, finish the war with the Ottomans, followed by Kara, if at all possible, in the next 5 to 7 years, followed by this guys here, until the truce with the Ottomans is over. Then attack the Ottomans again, then attack Kara again, then attack some more of these guys, then attack the Ottomans, then attack Kara, then release Persia, attack the Timurids, then attack some more of these guys as well. So keep on going in between. The only exception comes when you are able to attack Venice, if at all possible, or if you want to expand into this side here through Aragon. But you're not going to be able to get cores on Aragon unless you actually move into this part here, or I haven't talked about this because I really hate it, moving to this guys. As before, core increation cost, Berber, I hate them, I want to kill them, I want to erase them from this world, the worst fucking nations in the world, with the pirates and everything else, but like they're annoying. But just try to take these lands as well if you want to move against the new world really fast. Although it's not that recommended, to waste points here really early on. If you really want to do it, just pull it off, and you're gonna have a into a new world. But you're not gonna be able to take cash from the new world simply because you don't have power and you're not a trainer. So again, doable, not recommended. Recommended when you have a decent amount of power in this region here and a really big fleet. By big fleet, I recommend having 40,000 troops, so 13,000, 13 galleys, 30 galleys basically. But yeah, I'm Chevalier. Hopefully this guide wasn't too problematic for you to understand. I'm trying to do it a lot more faster, these episodes, and have them more concise basically, and make it more in a podcast style than simply going for a fast review with high-tech editing basically. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. If you enjoy this, comment, like, and subscribe. I'm Chevalier. Now see you next time, guys. Ciao.